The committee hearing does not benefit the public interest here. It doesn't educate the public. It's a vehicle to try to destroy this woman. They already are attacking her over her religious beliefs because she's a traditional Christian, traditional Catholic, more specifically. And the left is just outraged that President Trump is going to further firm up the conservative, emerging conservative majority on the court. We had Judge Amy Coney Barrett nominated by the President of the United States to fill the seat that results from the passing away of Justice Ginsburg. She's a judge from the Seventh Circuit. That probably is not meaningful to most of you, but she's an appellate level judge. It's a great record, a demonstrated record of being a full spectrum conservative. So there's significant confidence that she won't be someone who, when appointed, will start going rogue in terms of conservative jurisprudence, veering away from the original text of the Constitution, veering away from the original meaning of the Constitution, making up law rather than applying law. And so we're just pleased as punch about this decision by the president to appoint and nominate Judge Barrett. In my view, it's a brave, wonderful choice by the president. I was honored to be invited to attend the ceremony or the announcement of her nomination in the Rose Garden last week, and it was a great event. It was a great event, and this is the third Supreme Court justice that the president will appoint. Now, the left is all angry because they're trying to pretend that it makes sense for the president and the Senate, both institutions of which are controlled by the Republican Party, should decline to fill the seat. That's not going to happen. And anyone who says that it should happen is just being silly. Of course, it's not going to happen. And the only question is it going to happen before or after the election? And it's pretty clear the Senate now wants to push this through before the election, which is fine. Justice Ginsburg's nomination, the time between when she was nominated and confirmed, I think was 42 days or so. Justice O'Connor was only 33 days or so. So this whole nomination process, the Senate can do within minutes, practically speaking, if they wanted to. In my view, given the way Kavanaugh was treated, I attended the Kavanaugh hearings. You may recall that. I attended the initial hearings and then that horror of a hearing where they smeared and tried to destroy him and his family, the leftist senators and their allies on the outside, through lies and false allegations. I saw the smirks, the sneers at Kavanaugh as he was obviously very emotional, trying to defend his reputation and his good and his good family. It was awful. And given what happened at those hearings, why have other hearings? Do you think they're going to be helpful in terms of helping any senator figure out how to vote? Is the public going to be educated about Judge Amy Coney Barrett's judicial philosophy in a way they already aren't educated? Senate hearings aren't required to confirm a judge or a justice of the Supreme Court. They're actually kind of a new thing. It started, I think the first Senate hearings on judicial nominees or Supreme Court justices were the beginning of the 1900s. So, I mean, they managed to appoint justices without these committee hearings. Now, I say that knowing there's going to be a committee hearing, but I'm trying to highlight the point that the committee hearing does not benefit the public interest here. It doesn't educate the public. It's a vehicle to try to destroy this woman. They already are attacking her over her religious beliefs because she's a traditional Christian, traditional Catholic, more specifically. And the left is just outraged that President Trump is going to further firm up the conservative, emerging conservative majority on the court. And Justice Barrett seems like a wonderful person, so she's got this judicial temperament that everyone agrees is significant. but I think she's a former Scalia clerk, so she knows about constitutional conservatism. You know, she's been a professor for many years, and obviously an excellent judge for the last several years as well. So she should be able to get confirmed quite easily, and it's to the credit of the Republican majority that they're not playing political games and are committed to filling the seat. So what should you do? You should call your senators to let them know what you think about the nomination, how quickly it should proceed. And I know many of you think, well, my senator doesn't agree with me on it. Well, you should still let them know what you think. So I said before, phone calls matter. It matters. Even if the phone doesn't get picked up, it matters. The Senate is very attuned. Member offices in the Senate are very attuned to feeling out the temperature of their constituents simply by the volume of calls coming in. If the phone's ringing a lot, they notice it. If they're shut down, they notice it. I'm not telling you to cause disruption. I'm telling you to exercise your God-given right as enshrined in the Constitution to petition your government and let them know what you think about Justice Amy Coney Barrett's nomination, how she should be treated. And because the left, you bet, is calling. And that's their God-given right too, right? Well, just because your side, you may think, controls the process, that they don't need bucking up, that's not true. And you should thank senators you agree with, respectfully disagree with those that you don't. You know, you're all adults. You know what to do. You can call at 202-225-3121. That's 202-225-3121. As I said, the U.S. Senate should move quickly to work with President Trump to consider and approve Judge Barrett before Election Day. There's not much radical liberals can do to stop the pick, but leftist threats of violence and court packing should not slow down the Senate one bit. Court packing, I already talked about that, where you have the left saying it's going to basically break the Constitution by pushing through a court packing scheme that would increase the number of Supreme Court justices in a way to counteract the justices that President Trump appointed. So what does that mean? It means in the long run, you could have dozens of justices on the Supreme Court as each party comes in and tries to expand the court to counteract the justices previously appointed. So Joe Biden doesn't want to say whether he's for or against it, which I mean takes to me, given the controversial nature of it, it seems to me that he's in favor of it. Otherwise, he'd say he's against it. So that's the big deal here in Washington, D.C., whether the left is going to disrupt the constitutional order because they don't get what they want politically. So this is why you need to be participate in the in the confirmation process by letting your senators know directly what you think.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all the latest news from Judicial Watch.